Any decision to sell that facility would come before the board, and the board would have to decide if there was no use for it. And as of right now, there is still a use.
The Flagler County School Board will have to determine the future of the Belterre Swim and Racket Club now that it's no longer a public club. But is selling the Belterre Swim and Racket Club one of the potential options being considered? Daryl Moody has our top story.
Flagler County School Superintendent LaShaka Moore says there are currently no plans to sell.
Frida Zamba doesn't have the capacity right now to service both of our swim teams. And as we continue to expand middle school sports, we want to continue to bring on different sports activities. So in the future, there may be an opportunity for swim even within our middle schools, as well as our community programs and swim lessons and other programs that we can offer there at the facility.
Some have questioned whether the school district can continue maintaining the aging facility.
It definitely is in need of some maintenance, as all facilities are. And so our team has looked at that. We're also looking at what are other programs that can be brought to that location. And so as we begin to make any updates or maintenance improvements that are needed there, we have to really look at a long-term plan for what programs will be offered there on that property.
Commonwealth Palm Coast gifted the 11-acre property to the school district nearly 30 years ago, but critics now say the costs of upkeep are just too much.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, April 12th.
A former resident of the Mondeck learned the hard way that you must follow a judge's order.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley explaining the results of getting evicted twice and learning new consequences.
It's been barely a year since Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley permanently evicted the owner and residents of 2345 Blueberry Street in Bunnell after years of illegal drug activity, overdoses, and other criminal behavior happening at the residence. The injunction prohibited the 5 defendants from directly or indirectly entering, gathering, maintaining, residing, or otherwise remaining on the property. Apparently, they didn't listen.
Shortly after the original court order took effect, Corey Driggers violated the judge's orders, sentenced to 90 days in the county jail. Deputies recently discovered he was back on the property living, and now he has been sentenced to 180 days or 6 months in the county jail.
Sheriff Staley says this family and their friends are a nuisance to the hardworking people of the Daytona North community.
I appreciate and commend Judge France for enforcing his order on this young man that just will not change his life.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
This is a unregulated experiment that's gone horribly wrong over the last 20 years that social media has been in full swing, and an entire generation has suffered as a result.
State House Speaker and Flagler County Representative Paul Renner says a new bill restricting the use of social media will protect Florida's kids.
Speaker Renner says HB 3 will keep kids from accessing pornography.
Where you have now 8, 9, 10-year-olds who can get on by clicking yes, I'm 18 and see the very, very worst hardcore pornography you can imagine. And so the internet has become the Wild West for them and ruined them in many, many ways at a very young age. And so that has age verification procedures in it where everyone that wants to access that kind of thing would have to confirm through those platforms their age.
The Online Protections for Minors bill also has stiff penalties for offending platforms.
The social media platform, we leave to the platforms themselves to do so with a penalty of $50,000 per violation and punitive damages if they have a pattern or practice through the Attorney General, and then $10,000 per violation that a parent can bring against a platform if they look the other way and let their kid on and don't use reasonable measures to determine their age.
New technology known as zero-knowledge proof is used for age verification while protecting the user's data and personal information. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
The Flagler County Fair and Youth Show is at the Flagler County Fairgrounds. They bring out the best in tomorrow's farmers with 4-H and FFA livestock competitions, as well as a variety of other exhibits, displays, and demonstrations. Musicians are welcome to gather at the Gamble Jam to play in remembrance of James Gamble Rogers IV. Acoustical instruments of all types are welcome. Meet other musicians, practice, or just have fun listening. Sunday, the Michaels Kids Club is using paper flowers to build a beautiful collage for spring. This event is free and all supplies are included. The Palm Coast VFW will be paying tribute to our military children. There will be food, fun, resources, and more. All are welcome to attend, and military children are free. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
The weather is warming up, and so is the FPC Bulldog baseball team. They entered Monday with back-to-back wins when the Seabreeze Sand Crabs came to town. Rich Carroll and I had the call on the WNZF Facebook page and the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. Bulldog pitcher Jordan Gonzalez set the tone early.
Swung on and missed, strike three.
Before the game started, I was pretty confident. I threw against them last year.
Gonzalez pitched 5 innings, allowing just 1 hit. The Bulldogs got big defensive plays all night.
It is a beautiful diving play in center field from Connor May to make that one.
Striking fly balls now and just doing what I love to do.
Up 1-0 in the third, Noel Hemmerly stepped to the plate with the bases loaded.
That's a base hit to left field. 1 run will score. Here comes Clayton in, and he's going to score 2.
The Dogs led 3-0. In the 5th, it was Cody Clymer's turn.
And that is grounded down the third baseline. It hits the bag. It's a fair ball. 1 run scores. Here comes Connor May.
With runners in scoring position, that's all you got to do is put the ball in play, and I found a barrel.
Seabreeze rallied in the top of the 7th, but the FPCD stepped up again.
Line to first base. Fielded there, and that will do it.
Marion Clayton's unassisted double play gave the Bulldogs a 5-4 win. Wednesday, they beat Seabreeze 10-2. They meet a third time tomorrow in the 5-star tournament. Tuesday will be at the Ship when the Pirates host Interlochen at 7. Tuesday softball, FPC was squeaked out by University 4-3. Next up, the 5-star tourney against DeLand. Matanzas stung the alma mater St. Augustine 9-7. They're in Miami for the Orange Bowl Invitational this weekend. Flag football districts, FPC eliminated Matanzas 25-6 on Monday. Spruce Creek eliminated the Dogs 12-0 Tuesday. Lacrosse districts begin tonight with a crosstown showdown between the Pirates and the Bulldogs at FPC. With updates Mondays and Fridays, WNZF is your home for local sports. From the sports desk, I'm Mike Lucio.